My name is Daniel M. Lopez. I was born in El Paso, November the 7th, 1933. And I went to Bowie High School, and after that I joined the Marine Corps. We went to Korea. We landed on the East Coast, March of '52. And then they sent us back to the West Coast. And we got there. It was a very cold night. We did not have our regular combat boots. Cold weather boots. We call them Mickey Mouse boots. And we didn't have those. We had the regular combat boot, and we came to a river. And that river was frozen. We had to cross a river, and it was very hard. I can imagine my other friends, how they suffered, because I did suffer. I caught frostbite on my toes, and we couldn't change socks, because we had clean socks, new socks on our backpacks, but we couldn't stop because the Koreans started throwing stuff at us. So we had to get out of there, and although we couldn't stop, to take cover. We just had to keep on going, and around this was around midday. It was snowing. It was a very, very bad day for us. We went to a place where it was kind of safe for us, and we stayed there overnight. We were told to take off our socks and hang them up wherever we could, but it was no use. They were just like frozen, and we couldn't do anything about it. The boots were frozen too, so we just had to suffer and go through all that day, all that night. The next day, around 5 o'clock, we got to a place where we were supposed to be going to our regular the regular hill where we were supposed to go. We went to Hill 298. We stayed there, and of course we could change socks and stuff like that, but still the boots were frozen. It was very, very cold, and we stayed there about 2 months on Hill 298, and later on we came down of the hill, and then we went up on Hill 229, where it was our home for 3 months. In the history of the Marine Corps, I understand that there was no other outfit that stayed up 3 straight months in the front lines. But since our commanding officer, his dad was a general in the Marine Corps, I guess he wanted to impress his father, and he kept us up on line for 90 days. 90 days, and incoming day and night. Some of us were going crazy up there, with all the artillery. It was terrible, day and night, and finally we got off the line, and then they sent us to the line up there by Panmunjom, the Peace Treaty City. There were lights just like this, like here, and reflectors like for the airplanes, and we guarded we guarded that section there. We couldn't use firearms if if they caught you using a firearm. They would give you a court martial. So some of the guys in the in the in one section, they fell asleep, you know, because they felt that they were safe. Well, when we went to look for them, they were all dead. The Chinese came in and killed them. Uh, they cut their throats off, but we were not supposed. We were supposed to stay on alert, 100% alert. Although it was a peaceful city, you know, we couldn't just take a chance. But we stayed there maybe 2 weeks. Then we came back. We came back again to another hill, and it was close to the 38 parallel. We could see the Chinese looking at us, and one day I was on guard, and I heard a noise like a bird, pigeon taking off, and I threw myself on the floor on the deck, and nothing went off. So I got up, and I said to myself, "There's something out there, and I better wake up the guys." So I woke up the sergeant. I said, "Sergeant Stedham," I said, "I heard a noise out there, and I think there is somebody out there. There is something out there." So he got very angry and started cussing me out and all that. That I was all shook up. That it was time for me to go back to the States and this and that. And I said, "Well, what do you want me to do?" He said, "Well, get the other guys up and let's go on 100% alert." So I did get him up. I woke him up, and God, I mean, they were cussing me all over. About 30 minutes, here they come. The enemy comes, and we had a battle. Three of our men got killed. My friends got wounded, but not too bad. They were wounded, slightly wounded, you know, but still they had to go back to get first aid. I stayed there by myself, and next day we counted 79 North Koreans dead. Some of them were agonizing, help and stuff like that, you know. So what we had to do was kill them, you know. There was no other way. They were all destroyed, you know. They were just torn to pieces, and we just had to do something with them. What we were told to do was put them on stretchers and run them down the hill, and then there was another crew down there going down and down until, you know, take them up to a truck and just dump them in. And I think that was the worst time of my tour in Korea, you know, seeing all those torn pieces of individuals, you know, and some of them asking for help, you know, and it comes to me. It comes to me all the time, you know, and I hate to go to the cemetery and stuff like that. Although a friend of mine that joined with me, he got killed up there, and that has been with me for the rest of my life. You know, it will be with me for the rest of my life. and because we were like brothers, we really cared for each other, and this happened to me uh, when when they went up on the hill. We were on standby, waiting to see if we could help them. So when everything was over with, I went up and I asked some of the guys. I said, "Hey, it's Del Toro." His name was Isaac Del Toro. I asked them, "Hey, is Torito okay?" And they told me, "No, he got killed." And uh, at that time, you didn't have time to cry or nothing. I mean, it was a battle that you had to just stay alert, and it was very bad. Then another time, we had a Sergeant Chadwick. They went up on a hill, and what happened was that he got hit, and what the Koreans did, they strung him to the barbed wire. They crucified him to the barbed wire, and we tried to bring him down, but to no avail. It was too costly. So uh, the captain told us that to leave it alone. What he was going to suggest that the marine airplanes come and destroy his body, so we wouldn't take a chance of getting more men killed. And I we just saw the planes come in and destroy the body, and those things, they stay with you. There's nothing you can do, but I am not sorry I joined. I'm proud of what I did. I was just a young kid, and that experience, I will take it to the grave with me. And it was a great experience that you don't want to go through, but it served me right. It helped me a lot. It made, from a young man, I came back a full-grown man, and I'm proud of what I did. Although things happened, and that's war, those things, you never know what's going to happen, and nothing happened to me. I was amazed that my God was taking care of me. I just couldn't understand. There were times that the guys got hit and nothing would happen to me, and I was amazed. I mean, it was incredible, Even when we were picking up the bodies of the dead Koreans, North Koreans, it was broad daylight, and not a shot, not a artillery round or anything like that. Everything was like peaceful. It was during the day, about midday, and not a bullet, nothing. They knew we were picking up their bodies. And they didn't bother us at all. So I was amazed and I mean, it's incredible that nothing happened to me. I just don't know that God was taking care of me that much, and like I say, it was a great experience, but I will leave that experience for myself, and I really don't like to talk about these things, but there is times that you have to, you have to talk about all these all these things that happen to you, and it's I wouldn't want my son or my relative, a relative of mine, to go through that. You know, it's very bad. War is war. I don't care what. I don't care what kind of war it is. War is war, you know, and it's very, very bad. You know, it's very ugly, ugly. But like I say, I'm not. I'm not sorry I went through it. I'm proud of what I did, and some people say that if I could do it again, I would do it again. No, not me. You know, once is enough. It's let someone else do it for me. You know, but it was something that I will hope that we don't have any more wars. You know, but it's impossible. It's one of those things that there will be wars and wars, but it's I don't know, those things, they just happen, and I don't know. I feel sorry for the guys in the military that have to be deployed, and when they come back, you know, and it's real bad, you know. It's very bad. Another thing, when we came back, all we had was take the bus, get off the bus depot here in El Paso, and take a taxi to the house, and nobody was there to greet us, you know. And I went on this honor flight, and it was a beautiful thing. I mean, I didn't have that reception when I came home from Korea, but I had it just a few days ago, and it was wonderful. It was beautiful. There were the airport was full of people, little kids, little children, all kind of, a lot of soldiers helping us. A great reception. I never thought that we would have something like that, you know. And I felt good, you know. While at the cemetery, Korean woman came to me, and she asked me if I had been in Korea. I said yes. She came to me and she hugged me, and she started crying. And well, of course, we started crying, you know. And she told me that she was, I think she said she was 9 years old when the war was on, and that she was thankful that the Americans went in and did what they did, you know, what we did for them, you know. They're very grateful. They're people that are very grateful that what we did for them, you know. I haven't seen other people like them, you know, that everywhere we go, and sometimes I ask them, are you from Korea? And they say yes, and I hug them, and you know, and they hug me too. And like I say, they're very grateful people, and the industry that they have, I mean, it's just like, I guess, being in the United States, you know, the way they are. They're very industrious people, and they're building their own cars. They're building everything, you know, that they can do, and they're not like another country. They're always doing something. All the Korean people are very grateful, and I see that the we have sometimes they have functions for us for the Korean veterans, and they go out and have luncheons and everything for us, you know. So we're very grateful to them too, because we help them, and likewise they know that we help them a lot too. So it's a wonderful feeling, and I just am grateful that I came back and nothing happened to me. And like I say, I was so lucky. And I look back and I say, I was there, you know, and my friends got killed, my friends got hit and all that, and nothing happened to them, you know. I mean, nothing happened to me, you know. So I just know that my God was taking care of me, you know. And then, well, I came back, and I got me a job with a cement firm here in El Paso. Very good company. They paid us very well. I sent my kids to college, you know, and they got a very good education. I didn't want them to be like me, you know, because I wanted them to be professional and do a lot better than me, you know. Although with the little education that I had, I did very well. In where I was working. And I'm thankful to that company because they helped me a lot. We had all kinds of benefits, and there's no other company. There was no other company, not even the El Paso Electric or El Paso Natural Gas, or they paid us better than them. So I was very lucky, and I retired from there. I retired from there after 28 years. It was a wonderful place to work for. I really enjoyed. Started as a laborer and went up to become a supervisor. So I did very well. I did everything that I could do. And I was always working, always never absent. I was never absent. So that means that I enjoyed my work, you know. And the supervisors were very good to us. So I had a very good life, and I had my 2 kids, my daughter and my son, and my wonderful wife. We'd been married 58 years now, so we met in high school. And she waited for me while I was in the Marine Corps. I came back, and then we started going together, and then we got married in August of 1956. So we've been married 58 years now. So.
What was the date when you rotated home from Korea?
It was March 53. March the 18th of 53. I came back from Korea.
And where were you when the armistice was signed?
When I was here in El Paso, I used to work at the Union Depot as a busboy, and I started washing dishes and and mopping floors and everything. And then I would see the chef cooking, and I'd go and ask him, "Hey Jim, can I help you?" And he was very nice to me. He said, "Sure. Would you like to cook and learn how to cook?" I said, "Yes." So he would take me, and after a while he wanted to adopt me because he didn't have any children, and him and his wife wanted to adopt me, but I told him, "No, I have my parents." Well, anyway, when I came back from Korea, they sent me to I was sent to cook and baker school because I had experience, and then brand new mess hall was coming up, and the sergeant told me, he said, "Lopez, you and Sergeant Marshall are going to have a brand new mess hall." I said, "Well," I asked him, I said, "How long has Sergeant Marshall?" I didn't know Sergeant Marshall. How long has Sergeant Marshall been in the Marine Corps? He said 16 years. I said, "Oh, good. Then I'll be under him." I said, "No, what's going to happen, he's going to have a crew and you're going to have a crew." And I didn't feel that I could do it, I didn't feel that I had that much experience because at that time we could feed 1,500 men, and I felt that I was not experienced, but all the sergeants were very good to me, and they told me, "Lopez, if you need help, we'll help you. Whatever." They were always helping me. I was the youngest one, so and they were very good to me. So that's how I stayed there as a chief cook in the later part of my career in the Marine Corps. So I got out September the 16th of 1954, and that's when about 2 years later, that's where I started working at the cement plant. So I had a good career in the Marine Corps. I wanted to stay, make it a 20-year, but I thought that my wife couldn't take it, because it's a lot of hassle, and then with my daughter, she was terrible, she was always getting into everything. So, but I got out and I stayed in the reserves because the Truman years. After we got out of the service, Truman put 4 more years as reserve in case Korea, in case the peace, the truce talks didn't go, through. So we were on standby for 2 years. So I stayed in the reserve for 2 more years, and I was lucky. I was not called for Vietnam. I don't know if I had been called to go to Vietnam. I don't think I would have gone. But I don't know. I guess once you do it, you know what you're up to. So I got out in September of 1954. I recall going in. It was September the 16th, and September the 16th is a Mexican holiday, and you could hear the music from. I don't know if you're acquainted with a train depot here in El Paso. It's just across the river, from Juarez. So you could hear all the music and everybody having a good time. And we were on board on the train going up to Camp Pendleton to to boot camp. It was hard. Boot camp was hard. It was sometimes I laugh at the things that the drill instructor used to do to us. I mean, they treated us like dogs. They were very very ugly to us, but they knew what they were doing. Some of the guys would say, "When I get out of here, I'm gonna get that guy and I'm gonna do this and that." And we made honor platoon, the brigade, and that's a very, I mean, hardly anybody does that. We made honor platoon, so all the guys that were talking bad about the drill instructors were up there hugging them. And hey, I thought you were going to kick him and do this, and oh no, he's a good instructor. And later on, we had a very good relationship. I wish I had stayed with one of them, but we had to go. That's when we had to go to Korea. They sent us to Korea, and they told us that everything you learn here, you're going to use it up there. And yeah, sure enough, everything. I caught a Korean prisoner, and he was all scratched up. What the Koreans did was, we had barbed wire. And what the North Koreans did was, they would make a bridge, a man bridge, throw themselves on the barbed wire, so their friends could come over to our side. And he was all scratched up. He was not wounded. He was all scratched up. He was telling me a bunch of things, and I didn't understand what he was saying. And I took him to the interpreter, Buck Wang-soo. He was a South Korean, very good interpreter. And I told him, Buck, I said, try and get some information out of this guy. And he started talking to him, and he said, Danny, I don't understand what he said. And I don't understand what he's talking about. He must be Chinese or Russian or Mongolian or something, because I don't understand what he's saying. But he tried to run away from me, but what he did, he was all disoriented, and what he did, he ran towards the south instead of going to the north. So I was safe, and I sometimes I wish I could get a hold of the interpreter, Buck Wang-soo, but I don't know. Maybe he got killed. I don't know what happened to him. But he spoke very good English, and these guys, what they do, they join the Marine Corps, our Marine Corps, after being with us for so long. Most of them joined our Marine Corps instead of theirs. So, but like I say, it was a great experience. But that experience, I'll take it to the grave with me.
What kind of life lessons do you feel like you learned through your military service?
What kind of lessons that I learned? To discipline mainly, and to take care of people, be good to people, and that's what I do. I'm very kind-hearted. I see I see a person and if I can help him, I'll do it, and that's that's the way I am. I taught these things to my children, take care of them, take care of those people that can take care of them for themselves, and I try to do as much as I can to help other people. But then there's the discipline, You have, I'm very nice, I'm very good, but only I don't like people to take advantage of me, and some do. Some people take advantage of me. But that's the way people are, They take advantage of you because you're a good person. But like I say, I'm a good person to when I want to be, But, I have two good children. My daughter she's an angel. My daughter is an angel. My son is very good too, We taught him good morals, We not to be like me, I was always when I came back from Korea, I was always drinking, and you're a different person, You don't come, you're not the same. You come all crazy, all, I guess because of the things you see, I used to see the little children when we'd go on guerrilla hunts. I used to see the little children and marine candy. They'd ask us for. We always had Hershey bars, little Hershey bars, and give them because they were always asking for Hershey bars, and it used to break my heart to see them, all dirty, all, and some of them didn't want to leave the house, they didn't want to leave the place where they lived. I mean, it was, I guess it was worse than the people from Mexico, from Juarez, the places where they lived, where their homes. But it was their home for them, And they used to come and they wanted to they wanted candy, and we'd give them as much candy as we could give them, because they would give us rations of sea rations, and we'd keep them, and instead of us eating them, we'd hold on to those candies to give them to them, and they were very good kids, crying, and it was very bad. It was miserable, and my daughter and I are going. Supposedly, we're going to Korea next year on a visit. The government pays for most of the flight and everything. So I would like to go see what it, where I was. I know it's not the same, but I would like to visit. She takes me everywhere. She's always with me and going here and there, and Like we went to this honor flight. It was a wonderful experience. I mean, like I say, the reception that I got coming back when we came back from Washington, it was incredible. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Like my I my tears started coming out. I couldn't hold it. And then people were so good to us. I mean, all. I mean, I had never seen the airport as full of, with so many people. You know, and I've been here all my life. And I mean, it was packed with people, soldiers, sailors, all kinds of people, and then children giving us candy and stuff like that. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. It was something that I will never forget. So this is me and Isaac. We were like brothers. We did everything together. He was always hugging me and kissing me and always telling me that he was his brother. Although he had two brothers, older brothers, and one was wounded in Korea, and Isaac was the type that he never stood still, and we used to. His father used to have a car, a real beautiful car, and we used to go around to the high school and look at the girls, and everybody used to tell us that we looked like brothers, and yes, I think we did, and it hit me very hard when this happened, to him. But I felt that I was the instigator of him going in the Marine Corps, because I was the one that started about joining. Three of us joined together, and Tootie, my other friend, died about 3 years ago. But he was not very close to us. But we were always very close. So, and
you can go ahead and put him down while you continue talking.
Mm-hmm. And we. He was always telling me that he was my brother, although he had 4 brothers, and like I say, one of them was wounded in Korea, and that was a reason his parents didn't want to sign for him, when we were going to join. His parents didn't want to sign for him, because his dad used to tell him, "Look what happened to your brother. He got wounded in Korea, and is that what you want?" No, Dad. But his main idea was to buy his parents a house, because we lived in the poorest side of town, and yes, we all wanted to do better, we wanted to do better, and when he got killed, his parents bought a house. They bought a real nice house here on Stanton Street, and one of his brothers kept it after the parents died. So that was our main idea, main objective of buying our parents a house, and a home. And I did get my parents through the GI Bill. I did get my parents a house. Although they didn't care for it too much, but that was the idea of us joining the Marine Corps and doing better, doing better. And like I say, with the money that that his parents got from his insurance, when he got killed, they bought a house, and his brother kept it. But I understand that his brother is in a rest home. He's not too well, so I have to go visit him. So. I hate to think about these things, but hey, you can't. You have to live with them, You just have to do the best you can. But like I say, I hope that the guys in the military, I hope that they don't have to go to another war. It's the worst thing you can experience. It's the worst thing you can experience. It's very bad, very bad. But like I say, it's a thing that you just have to live through, and that's what I wanted, and like I say, I'm not sorry I went through it. I'm just sorry that things didn't go the way we wanted them to go, But I did very well, thank God. And my president from our chapter, he's a Korean War veteran too. He was a prisoner of war, and he's such a nice guy, He's always active in everything. I mean, that man does. Him and his wife, Cheryl, they're always going to Washington, going with veterans, going here and there. I mean, I don't know where they get all that pep that they have, I mean, God, I mean, they're always busy doing something. They're always doing something, and doing something for the chapter too. Always in. They're volunteers at the VA here in El Paso. They go into everything. I don't know what keeps them up, but I love that man. I love Roy. He's such a good man. Although he's not doing too well. You know, he's been sick, but he's a wonderful man, a wonderful person.
I forgot to ask earlier, what unit were you a part of when you were in Korea?
I was with the 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, 1st Marine Division. And like I said, we were the only company in the history of the Marine Corps that stayed up on the front lines 3 months. So,
And do you have any piece of wisdom or like a message that you would like to communicate to younger generations?
yes, like have peace, you know, and be good to your fellow friend, you know, have peace with him, you know, help him uh, as much as you can, and be good to him, you know, regardless of race, regardless of who they are. Be good to them, you know, because some of them need help, you know, and that's what I would say too. Help other people, because other people are not as lucky as we are, you know. And then we're the caregivers of the world, you know. America is founded by God, you know. America is all I hear the anthem, I hear God Bless America, and all those things. Whoever wrote those songs were thinking about helping other people, you know, about being good to other people. And some people get angry because we help like the Africans, you know, on this Ebola case. But hey, it's us that, because of a great nation that we are, you know, and yet some of them don't like us. Some of the other people don't like us, you know. But America is the best country in the world. There's no other country like America. It's a beautiful, beautiful country.